Sup you guys, ASD Classified here, so I'm going to do my review of episode 14 of Power Rangers Beast Morphers, Sound and Fury. And this episode was definitely all sound and fury, signifying nothing. So, yeah, when I originally saw this episode when it aired in Australia, I liked it. I liked it a lot. And now that I've rewatched it, since it aired in the States, I like it a lot less. Now that doesn't mean that I hate this episode, I just don't like it as much as I did the first time. So yeah, let's just get into this. So, in this episode, Blaze recreates the Tubatron monster because that monster was so amazing, right? So he recreates this monster. And apparently Scrozzle has been holding out on the other villains because Blaze found out that Scrozzle had these things called Fury Cells. And Fury Cells are these like crystal-like things, and they can make a person like way more powerful than they already are. So Blaze uses one of the Fury Cells to make the Tubatron monster super powerful. Oh no, the Rangers are in for it now. Joey's gonna need a bigger tuba to save us this time. So yeah, Blaze and superpowered Tubatron 2.0 go to Earth to, attack the Rangers. The Rangers confront the villains. It doesn't go well for them. So yeah, Tubatron's super duper powerful. He's using his sonic blast to attack the Rangers. The monster even manages to destroy the Rangers' weapons. Ooh. So yeah, and the monster also destroys Devon's visor on his helmet. Oh my gosh! Yeah, I remember when we originally found out about this. Like, a lot of fans were kind of blowing this out of proportion. It's a nice effect. That's kind of all I got to say about it. Like, it's a nice effect watching Devon's visor be broke and seeing his eyes in there. Yeah, it's a nice effect. But other than that, like, yeah, it adds nothing to the episode. Like, there's no extra drama, there's no tension, there's nothing. There's almost no point to this happening. It's like, if you took that scene out, the episode would not change. You lose nothing, and that's my problem with it. Like, it adds nothing. Devon wasn't even hurt by being blasted that hard. Like, whatever. Okay. So yeah, the Rangers were getting their butt whooped by the Tubatron monster, so they had to get out of there before, they died. But before they left, Nate and Steel were fighting against Blaze. And Blaze, for some reason, had all the other Fury Cells with him while he was fighting Nate and Steel. Why did he bring all the Fury Cells with him? Oh, well, we had to have a contrived way for the Rangers to get a hold of one of the Fury Cells. So Steel manages to steal one of the Fury Cells from Blaze, and yeah. Not only that, but Nate and Steel were beating the crap out of Blaze. Like, they were beating the shit out of him. Embarrassing, right? Just embarrassing. So Blaze got his ass whooped, and I'm just sitting here watching this and wondering why he doesn't just use all the Fury Cells to make himself super duper strong. Like, you brought them all here for no damn reason. You might as well use them to, like, beat the run. Instead of getting your ass whooped, you getting your ass handed to you. When you have all these Fury Cells with you, I don't understand. Somebody make it make sense to me, because it doesn't. Like, I don't get this. Like, oh my god, the avatars are just pathetic. Okay, whatever. Blaze gets his butt whooped and, he leaves, whatever. Then all the Rangers leave because they can't beat Tubatron. But, still managed to get a Fury Cell. Yay, right? Meanwhile, the Rangers, they regroup back at the base. And, they're talking about the Tubatron monster and how super duper powerful he is. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? We never faced anything like this before. He destroyed our weapons. I'm like, literally, episode 11, you had a monster that destroyed your weapons. And it wasn't even a big deal because you could just, teleport new weapons because you have an unlimited amount. Do we remember that? Do we remember the things that happened? Or how about episode 13, you guys? You fought the Tubatron before and you were able to beat him by just having another tuba perform the same sound waves. Why can't we do that again? I'm confused. Why can't we just, fight fire with fire like y'all did again? Or are y'all realizing that tuba beam struggles are stupid? Is that what it is? I don't understand. I don't understand why we're making this out to be a bigger deal than what it is. But whatever. Okay, it's a big deal to the Rangers. Oh no. He's powered up with a Fury Cell. What we gonna do? Well, guess what? We have our own Fury Cell. And Nate has been working on those cheetah claws. And he's gonna put the cheetah claws on an armor. So, cheetah claws put on an armor and then using the Fury Cell. That creates Red Fury mode for Devon to have. And it's gonna be his Battlizer. Oh, yay. We have a Battlizer. Like an actual, real Battlizer. Like American made. Original. Not from the Sentai. Battlizer. Look at that. I love it. I love it. So, yeah, the Rangers. Okay, so Nate creates this Battlizer for Devon. Devon uses it. Is successful. So Nate is able to defeat Tubatron 2.0 with his Red Fury mode, right? I think there was a Gigatron battle as well. It doesn't matter. It ended quickly. So yeah, the Rangers, they saved the day. Woo. Huh. Okay, this episode. This villain plan could have been so much better, man. It could have just, I mean, I don't know. We introduced the concept of Fury Cells, right? Why did we have to rush this? Why did all of this have to be resolved in one episode? That's my thing. The villains have a new power source. This should have been like a big thing, right? Always a big deal. We can't beat the monsters now. They're too strong for us. Oh no, never mind. We got a Fury Cell, so we're good. It's just like, could we have created some type of drama here? Could this have been a two-parter? What do they have against having multi-parters these days? I don't get it. This could have been a two-parter, like something like, oh no, we're really struggling. We got to work on something. Oh no, find out what happens next time in episode 15. Like, whatever, but you want to rush this. The Battlizer fight with the monster was average at best. Like, it was average at best. Like, there are so many fans that want to lie to you and pretend like Beast Morphers has really good action. It does not. The action of Beast Morphers goes from bad to average at best, and this was average at best and too short. I've never seen a Battlizer fight this damn short. But whatever, okay. Moving on from the villain stuff, there was another plot in this episode going on. So, Nate needed a lab assistant, right? And he was holding job interviews to get a lab assistant, and Zoey was helping him with that, right? And this one girl auditioned to be his lab assistant. Her name was Megan. And she works in the, I think it was what, the Zord maintenance? Yeah, she worked in Zord maintenance, and she was going on a job interview to be Nate's new lab assistant, right? And he had like a ton of people who were interviewing for that position too, right? So, yeah, moving on from that scene, we later have a scene where Zoey goes to the movies, and she happens to run into Nate. They were going to the same movie, so they decide to watch it together, right? And then once the movie is over and they're walking out, they're being all cute and jokey with each other. And it kind of looks like they're dating each other. It looks like they're a couple to somebody who doesn't know them. Like, they're being a little too damn chummy, right? And Megan happened to be at that same movie theater watching the same movie. And she saw Zoey and Nate being all cutesy and whatever together. And she even recorded them being all cutesy on her cell phone. And then she uses that video to blackmail Zoey into getting the job as Nate's lab assistant. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love this character. I like Megan mostly because she's a bitch. And she's a bitch not being under a spell or anything like that. She's a human character who is just a bitch. I love it. I love it. Power Rangers does not do that often. Normally, if a human is being a bad guy, they have to be under some damn spell or something. Or they have to have gone through some big, life-changing events. And that's why they act the way they do. No, she's just a bitch. And I love it. I love it. She's just a bitch. I remember when I, first heard about this episode, I thought that she might be like secretly working for Evox or some shit. I'm glad they didn't go down that road. She's just a bitch. She's just a human bitch. And we have plenty of those on Earth. Okay. So yeah, my girl Megan blackmailed her way to the top. She became a lab assistant, but she couldn't stop there. She wants Nate's job now. So she kind of sabotages Nate's, inventions, like the cheetah claw. She kind of sabotaged it so that it messes up, and it almost killed Ben and Betty. Who cares? So yeah, after that, Megan goes to Commander Shaw. And she's like, Nate just can't do both anymore. He can't be a ranger and run the lab. It's just too much stress on him. And now he's making mistakes that could potentially, kill people. So maybe Nate should just focus on being a ranger, and I, Miss Megan, should run the lab. So yeah, but then this ridiculous plan didn't work because it's fucking ridiculous. Because Nate could easily find out that she was the one that sabotaged the cheetah claws so that they wouldn't work properly at first. Like, he easily found this out because duh. Like, I don't know why Megan thought that she was gonna get away with this. I have no idea. She, like, it was like the blackmail in Zoey, good. I could see that working. This trying to sabotage Nate, I could not see working. First of all, Nate is incredibly smart. Second of all, it's easy to find out that you were the one that fucked up and didn't follow directions right. Third of all, why would you think for a second that Commander Shaw would take your word for it, random lab assistant she never met, over Nate, who literally built everything in Grid Battle Force? Nate tapped into the morphing grid when he was in the fucking womb. Why would Commander Shaw take the word of random lab assistant over Nate? Random lab assistant who has not proved in this entire episode that she's as smart as Nate, right? Nothing in this episode showed that that woman was as smart as Nate or even close to being smart as Nate. Why would you think you would get this job? I don't understand. You bit off more than you can chew. Like, she should have waited on this. She should have first just accepted being the lab assistant and then maybe in a future episode tried to do this. I think she's doing too much too soon, girl. Whatever. So yeah, it eventually came out that the bitch was lying and that she also blackmailed Zoey into getting a job. So all of that came out and Commander Shaw was not having any of this shit. And if you listen closely, it almost sounds like she was about to call Megan a bitch. Like, I'm not even making that up. It sounded like she was about to call Megan a bitch and she stopped herself. And then she had security escort that hoe out of here. Like, I loved it. I loved it because Commander Shaw is a boss. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. So at the end of the episode, I think we were at the Riptide Gym. Zoey was ordering something to drink, and then Nate joined her, and Nate was like, so why did you let that bitch blackmail you? I don't understand. And then Zoey was like, well, even though we weren't on like a date or whatever, because you know Rangers can't date, that's why the blackmail was working. But yeah, Zoey was telling Nate, like, even though we weren't on a date when we were at the movies, it felt like a date to me because I really like you. And like, Zoey admitted to Nate that she likes him, and then Nate admitted to her that he likes her too. But then it's like, well, what are we gonna do? Because we're both Power Rangers, and Grid Battle Force says that Power Rangers are not allowed to date. And then the episode kind of ends on that note. But yeah, I love this. I love this. They switched it up on us, because I thought that eventually, like, Nate would have to admit to Zoey that he liked her, and then we would find out if Zoey, either she likes him back or she doesn't like him. But they switched it up on us. Here they had Zoey admit her feelings first, and I did not expect it at all. And that's why I really liked this episode the first time I saw it. I'm like, what? Zoey likes him? And she's telling him first? Like, oh my god. And then Nate, oh my god. I love it. I ship those two. It's awesome. But yeah, Rangers can't date because Grid Battle Force has stupid rules. And yeah. So yeah, stupid villain stuff aside, I do like the other character moments. I like the Nate and Zoey and Megan plot of this episode. It kind of saves it, to be quite honest. So yeah, I'll give this a 3 out of 5. Yeah, I think the first time I watched this episode, I was damn near going to give this a 4. But yeah, now I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's fine. It's enjoyable enough. It's just, as usual, it could have been better. So yeah, if you're watching this review of Power Rangers Beast Morphers episode 14, let me know what you thought about it in a comment, please. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was mud? Let me know down here. Alright, later guys. Jamata.